As you know, this week we are in Acts chapter 8. We are introduced to Philip, or I guess I shouldn't say introduced. We read about Philip in Acts chapter 8 in verse number 5. The Bible says, Philip went down to the city of Samaria and began proclaiming Christ to them. So this is the Philip that we read about back in Acts chapter 6. If you remember when there was a complaint that arose on the part of the Hellenistic Jews, Philip was one of the men that have been appointed in verse number 5 of Acts chapter 6. So just take note of that this is the Philip that's being referred to here in Acts chapter 8. This is going to be the same Philip that's going to go and have a conversation with the Ethiopian eunuch. This is also the same Philip that we read about later on. Let me just turn over there real quickly here in Acts chapter 21, where it says on verse number 8, On the next day we left and came to Caesarea, and entering the house of Philip the evangelist, who was one of the 7, we stayed with him. So just making sure you understand that this was referring to Philip the evangelist. And the reason why I say that, and you go back to Matthew chapter 10 and look at verse number 3, there was an apostle, as you know, named Philip, and he's also mentioned in Acts chapter 1. So just understanding who this Philip is and the great work that Philip is going to do. So we'll learn more about Philip as we continue to do our Bible reading. Take care, and God bless.